Hi guys, so today I'm going to be filming the 50 questions I've never answered. Not that I get asked a lot of questions, but whatever. It is a tag that you can find online, so I'm looking at the questions on my phone. And yeah, I'm going to get straight into it because I feel like this might be quite a long video. So let's go. Question number 1. What's your favourite candle scent? Well, at the moment I am currently burning the Woodwick Paradise Blue in my bedroom, and this is a really fresh smell. It smells like you'd want a deodorant to smell. Is that a weird thing to say? I really like it. It's a very summery smell, I think, hence the Paradise Blue. I feel like paradise is a sunny kind of word, so yeah, Paradise Blue, I love it. What female celebrity do you wish was your sister? I feel like Nina Dobrev from The Vampire Diaries. She would make a great addition to our family. I feel like she's been through everything possible and she's literally defeated everything and she's fine. Like, that's a strong woman, and I feel like that is a good person. She could fight off anything that came at us as a family. So Nina Dobrev. What male celebrity do you wish was your brother? Probably Caleb from Pretty Little Liars, purely because he's really good at finding things out, like with tracking people, and I feel like he would just be a really good addition to the family. I don't know. I have no idea. How old do you think you'll be when you get married? I literally have no idea. This is a question that Liam should be answering. Because, you know, I ain't even anywhere near getting married yet. Do you know a hoarder? I don't think I do. I feel like I can hoard stuff a little bit. Like, I sort my room out, like drawers, cupboards, everything, probably like once a year, and I find stuff that I literally have no idea why I've kept it. It's ridiculous half the time. Can you do a split? No. How old were you when you learnt how to ride a bike? I don't actually know. I want to say like 7, 8, something like that. But it took me ages to learn to ride a bike. As a child, I was literally the most nervous person about everything, and my mum and dad always laugh at me because my dad would put me on my bike and he'd like hold on to it while I started going, and he'd let go, and then as soon as I knew he'd let go, I'd panic and I'd literally just jump off the bike and the bike would still be like riding around the garden. That was like a little skill I had as a child. So if anyone asks me what my like hidden talent is, now you know. How many oceans have you swum in? I literally that did not come out. I literally have no idea. I couldn't even tell you. Probably like 2, 3? I don't know. How many countries have you been to? Does England class as one if I live here? England, America, and Spain, and Rome. So Italy, Spain, America, England. 4. Is anyone in your family in the army? No, I don't think so. What would you name your daughter if you had one? And the next one is, what would you name your son if you had one? I literally don't even know. I work with children, so I think when I do have a child, a daughter or a son, either or, I don't think it will be easy for me to name my child, because I feel like I'd like a name and then I'd be like, oh no, that reminds me of this child or whatever. I feel like that's going to be a really difficult one to do, but I do want a kind of unusual name, not like a really unusual name, not like, I don't know, like I'm not going to go calling my child like Candle or, I don't know, something stupid. But like, I don't want like, I don't know, I don't want like Jack for a boy, or like, I don't know, I just don't want a common name. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. But anyway, what's the worst grade you got on a test? I think D, maybe E. D, I think. I think I got a D in ethics when I was at school. What was your favourite TV show when you were a child? Oh my god, I had so many. When I was little, I used to watch this programme. I don't know if anyone my age is going to know this programme, but Bear in the Big Blue House. Literally loved it. It was, oh my god, yeah. And also the Tweenies. I think they were like my two favourites. And then as I got a little bit older and started watching like, what's it even called? You've got CBBS and then you've got CBBC, that one. Me and my sister used to sit for hours watching Tracy Beaker. So, depends what age you're talking about. What did you dress up as on Halloween when you were 8? I have no idea. Probably something really common like a witch or a skeleton or something like that. Have you read any of the Harry Potter, Hunger Games or Twilight series? No, I haven't, but I've watched the Twilight series, but I haven't read any of them. I don't actually own any of those books, so maybe that's a little investment I'll make. Would you rather have an American accent or a British accent? I don't know. I always think like a question like that is really difficult, because obviously what is like your typical British accent? Is that like Liverpool? Is it like Manchester? Is it like good old Norfolk? Is it like London? Like, what is your typical British accent? I don't know. But I have kind of, well, I think I have kind of half London, half Norfolk accent, because obviously I was born in London, but I now live in Norfolk. So, I don't know. What is kind of a typical London accent, or a typical British accent, I should say? Is it London, because that's the capital? I don't know. I'd quite like to have my London accent back, though. Not like really strong, but just slightly. I prefer London accent over like the Norfolk accent, I think. And because I have a mixture of both, it's just some weird accent in between. And yeah, but I think I'd stick with British, because I think Americans, I don't know. I like the American accent, but I think I'd rather stick with my British accent. Did your mother go to college? No, she didn't. Are your grandparents still married? My dad's mum and dad have both passed away, but they were still married, and my mum's mum and dad are still married. Have you ever taken karate lessons? No. Do you know who Kermit the Frog is? Who doesn't? What's the first amusement park you've been to? I don't really know. I want to say like, I don't know. I want to say like Yarmouth Pleasure Beach. I don't think that classes as an amusement park, because we used to come up here on holiday when I was like little, so that was probably like the first kind of park I went to. But other than that, I think it was Thorpe Park. I think we went to Thorpe Park. What language besides your native language would you like to be fluent in? Italian. I feel like Italian is a very like smooth language. Like, I don't know. Like, yeah, I just feel like I'd like to speak Italian. Do you spell the colour as grey, G-R-E-Y, or G-R-A-Y? G-R-E-Y. That's the way you spell it, isn't it? Is your father bald? Yes, he is. Do you know triplets? No. Do you prefer Titanic or The Notebook? That is a really difficult question. That is not a nice question. Oh my god, I don't know. I love them both. I don't think I could choose. The Notebook is like your typical chick flick film that you'd sit and watch with your best friend, but Titanic is something that you'd watch on your own when you're having a bad day and you just want to cry. So I don't think you can choose. Have you ever had Indian food? Yes. What's the name of your favourite restaurant? I don't think I really have a favourite restaurant. I just like food in general, so I'm just happy with whatever food I get. If I had to choose though, I don't know. I don't very often go to like a restaurant to eat. We've got like a Zach's kind of style restaurant in Yarmouth called the Yankee Traveller, which is quite nice. But I don't very often go out for like a proper meal. I don't know. I don't think I could choose that one. Have you ever been to Olive Garden? No. Do you belong to any warehouse stores, Costco, BJ's, etc.? I'm going to say no, because I'm assuming this is American, and I don't live in America. What would your parents have named you if you were the opposite gender? Apparently, my mum and dad wanted to call a boy Dean, but thankfully, I'm not a boy. If you have a nickname, what is it? I don't really have a nickname. Some people call me Gem, like my family and like my close friends, but I don't really have a nickname. Who's your favourite person in the world? That's I don't know. That's really hard because I don't know. I'm not answering that one. No. Would you rather live in a rural area or in the suburbs? Now, I thought suburbs were busy, like cities. But I think they're the quiet ones, aren't they? I think I'd rather live in a quiet area, whichever one that is. I think that's the suburbs. Can you whistle? Yes, I can. Do you sleep with a night light? No. I hate any form of light coming into my bedroom. If there is literally like the tiniest bit of light coming through the curtains or anything like that, I hate it. I had to get blackout curtains because my next door neighbour's conservatory is like under my window, and if they stayed up late one night and were in the conservatory like in the summer, the light would shine right into my bedroom and it was awful. I could not sleep until they turned the light off basically, and so yeah, no, I don't have a night light. Do you eat breakfast every morning? I try to. I tend to eat breakfast in the morning more during the week than I do at weekends. I kind of lose all routine at weekends, but I do eat breakfast every morning during the week before I go to work. Do you take any pills or medication daily? No. What medical conditions do you have? None, as far as I'm aware of. How many times have you been to the hospital? No idea. I think I've been in... When I was younger, I had grommets in my ears, I think like twice or 3 times maybe. So 3 times for that. I went in once. My mum and dad called an ambulance because I was breathing funny and I had really bad asthma when I was younger. So that's 4. And then I've been a couple of times with pains in my stomach. So probably like 6 or 7, I reckon. Something like that. Have you ever seen Finding Nemo? Yes, I have. I love Finding Nemo. That is probably one of my favourite films of all time. Like, just love it. Where do you buy your jeans? I tend to buy them from New Look. I don't really buy jeans that often. I feel like all the jeans I've bought have lasted me for a while. So I don't really ever have to buy new jeans. I think I only own like 4 pairs of jeans, but that's all I ever really need. So New Look is probably the main place. What's the last compliment you got? I don't really know. Probably something Liam said to me. My mum told me yesterday that she liked my makeup once I'd done it. Is that just like a standard mum comment to make, or I don't know, but yeah, she said that yesterday. Do you usually remember your dreams in the morning? If I've had like a really bad dream or a really good dream, then yes, I normally do. But if like it's just an average dream, then no, I don't really remember dreams often, so I feel like it's got to be a really good dream or a really bad dream for me to remember it. What flavour tea do you enjoy? I really love mint tea. Oh my god. I do drink normal tea quite often. That's kind of the only thing I do drink when I'm at home, and then when I'm at work I tend to drink coffee, but flavoured tea, mint tea, I love it. How many pairs of shoes do you currently own? I have no idea. We have a cupboard downstairs. My dad hates it. It gets a mess. And we have like a shoe rack, and I have 2 shelves of that shoe rack as well as shoes in my wardrobe. Oh, hiccup. I dread to think. I don't even want to count them. What religion will you raise your children to practice? I'm not religious at all, so I'm not going to there's no religion that I particularly want them to practice, but if they want to practice a religion, then obviously I will support them in that and try and understand it from their point of view. Why do you have Tumblr? I don't actually have Tumblr anymore. I used to, but I didn't really ever use it, so I don't have Tumblr is the answer to that. But I don't know whether to get it back and use it as like a blog for my YouTube channel. I'm kind of debating that at the moment, but we will see. And that is all 50 questions. Thank you so much for watching. If you have a YouTube channel and you are watching this, please do that tag. I would love to watch them. Tag me in them so that I can see them, or post them to my social media or message me with the link to it, and I'll be sure to watch them. I love tag videos like that where you can just be nosy and find out a little bit more about people that you don't necessarily know a lot about. But I tag all of you, so go wild, enjoy the questions. Literally, if you type in 50 questions I've never answered into Google, it will come up straight away. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give it a big thumbs up, click the subscribe button down below, and until next time, bye!